Hello, sixth graders. This is Mr. Shear, and today is day 3 of 4 on a unit on multiplying fractions. And specifically today, I'm going to show you guys a trick called cross-canceling, and it's a shortcut to reduce a fraction before you multiply. If you haven't looked yet, your assignment today is a worksheet. So it's a worksheet assignment hosted in Google Classroom. As always, put your answers on the answer keys. And you can use a calculator today, but I still want you to practice the cross-canceling trick on this one. So what is cross-canceling? Cross-canceling is a trick, a shortcut, to reduce a fraction before you multiply it. It's really meant to help, especially with larger numbers. And we are going to spend a day on this trick. I want you to practice it today, but you don't have to use this trick. It's a shortcut. So if it confuses you and you want to remember that you can always just multiply straight across, that's great. But cross-canceling is a shortcut that you can use, and it helps especially with larger numbers. Let's jump into 3 examples. So the first example, example 1. Here's a mixed fraction multiplication question, and I'm going to walk you through. 1 7/8 times 3 1/3. Write it in simplest reduced form. Okay, so step 1 is don't forget to change to improper fractions. So 1 7/8 here becomes 15/8, and again I get that by going 1 times 8 is 8, plus 7 is 15. 8 plus 7 is 15. And I put it back over the denominator of 8. 3 1/3, 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10, so that's where I get this 10, back over the original denominator of 3. So I've got a new set of fractions that are improper, 15/8 times 10/3. Okay, so 15/8 times 10/3. Remember that because now we are going to do something called cross-canceling. And you do it next before you multiply. So the way this works is you look at the 15 and the 3, and you have to decide if there's a factor, a number that goes into both of them. In the case of 15 and 3, 3 goes into both of them. So before you multiply, you can say 3 divided by 3 is 1. 15 divided by 3 is 5. You can do the same thing with the 8 and 10. You look across the fraction to see if there's common factors. And there are. In the case of 8 and 10, it's 2. So 8 divided by 2 is 4, and 10 divided by 2 is 5. So again, I looked at 15 and 3. It had a common factor of 3. So I divided by 15 by 3 and got 5. I divided 3 by 3 and got 1. I looked at 8 and 10. There's a common factor of 2. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 10 divided by 2 is 5. Now I have a whole new fraction. I got 5/4 times 5 over 1. Again, I got 5 over 4 times 5 over 1. And now I'm going to multiply the new numbers straight across. 5 times 5 is 25. And 4 times 1 is 4. And then to finish it out, as always, if you have an improper fraction, you got to switch it to mixed. So you got to convert it as the last step back to mixed. 25 divided by 4 is 6. 6 goes into 25 4 times. That gives me 24, so I have a remainder of 1. So it's 6 1/4. All right, I'm going to show you another one. Here I've got a mixed fraction equation, 4.5 times 2 2/3. First step, I'm going to change it to improper. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. I got 9 over 2. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 2 is 8. I got 8 over 3. All right, now I'm going to look to see if there's any factors that go into 2 and 8 and any factors that go into 3 and 9. And there are, so I can cross-cancel if I choose to. 3 goes into both 3 and 9. So I'm going to divide 9 by 3 and get 3. I'm going to divide 3 by 3 and get 1. As far as 8 and 2 goes, well, 2 goes into both 2 and 8. So I'm going to divide 8 by 2 and get 4, and 2 by 2 to get 1. I have a whole new fraction now. I've got 3/4, 3 over 1 times 4 over 1. So I've got 3 over 1 times 4 over 1. I've already reduced. And really, if you think about it, that's just 3 times 4, or 12 over 1, which, written as a mixed number, is just 12. All right, last example is I just want to show you that this works with proper fractions too. You don't just have to do it with big numbers. And once you get this trick down, it makes things way easier. So as always, you can just multiply across, straight across. You could say 2 times 3 is 6, and 4 times 8 is 32, and then you could reduce. But you can also look to see, is there a common factor, a number that goes evenly into both 2 and 4, or 2 and 8, 2 and 8, and is there a common factor that goes into both 4 and 3? Well, I can tell you with 4 and 3, there is not. There's not a number that goes evenly into 3 and 4, but there is one that goes into 2 and 8. So I'm going to cross cancel. 2. 2 goes into both 2, and it goes into 8. So 2 divided by 2 is going to give me 1, and 8 divided by 2 is going to give me 4. Again, I can't do anything with the 3 and the 4. So I have a whole new set of fractions to multiply, and they're smaller numbers. And when I'm done, I'm not going to have to reduce. I've already reduced. Okay, so now I can just multiply straight across. 1 times 3 is 3, and 4 times 4 is 16. It gives me a nice, reduced, complete answer already at the end. As always, 6th graders, I appreciate you watching the video. I wish you luck on cross-canceling today. Don't forget to come to the meet. I'll see you at the meet. We'll do a little bit of practice on this, but we're going to do a little bit more random fun stuff because it's my last day with you before the winter break. So if you have any questions on cross-canceling, you can always email. Again, thanks for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day.